Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How's it going? Today I thought I would do a little video showing you guys some of my makeup collection. I am trying to do this in multiple parts because I don't have a giant collection, but I also don't have a small collection. And so I did my foundations a few days ago, I think it was, and I did my highlighters a little bit ago, and today I was going to go through some single eyeshadows. I would do eyeshadows and palettes because they all kind of are one thing, but I think it's smarter to do the singles and then the palettes because I'm kind of a palette junkie, so I have quite a few eyeshadow palettes, so I thought I'd do them in two separate parts. So today I am going to do, sorry, there's a bunch of commotion going on over by my pool, so I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on. So when my eyes are darting this way, it's me looking out the window trying to see what's going on with the pool. So I thought I'd go over my single eyeshadows with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and set the camera up by the drawer, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So what we're looking at right now is my eyeshadow drawer and my single eyeshadows. Over there are some of my palettes, and in here are all my single eyeshadows and stuff like that. And in this guy here are all of my eye primers. I have an Ulta tinted eye primer. This guy is really actually very pretty. I think I've talked about it before on my channel. So it's kind of a rosy pink color. Let me open it up and show you guys. Can you guys see that? It's really pretty. It's really pretty on the eye. It's really pretty on its own. It could probably be a shadow on its own. I of course have my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in anti-aging, and then I've got two behind the scenes eye primers, both of those, and then of course I've got my Bare Minerals Well Rested CC primer, eye primer. This is my go-to almost everyday eye primer. And I've got this Bare Minerals Eye Rever Upper, which really isn't a primer, it's like an eye brightener almost. It's supposed to be like I think like a concealer of sorts. It says it's get brighter, younger looking eyes from the light reflecting minerals in the Bare Vitamins Eye Rever Upper that help diffuse darkness and lighten under the skin. I do find that it works well for that, but it's not like really a concealer. In here is also my my pencil shadows. So this is by JCat Beauty. It is the Big Eye Pencil, and this guy is really super, super white. It's in Marshmallow, I believe the color is. And oh my goodness, it's stuck. And the color is really white. So I don't use that very often because I don't find it necessary to use a white eyeshadow like that, but I have used it occasionally, and it's usually under another color to make that color pop. I also have this one, and its color is Truffle, and that one wasn't quite as stuck, and it's a really beautiful color. It reminds me of that Ulta eye primer, so it's a really pretty color, but it doesn't blend out very well. It blends out to literally nothing. This one is the Smashbox Waterproof Shadow Liner to Go in Chrome. I don't even know if you can get this anymore, but you can see it's been very well used. It is a really pretty color on the eyes, and it's got this nice little smudger on the other side. I used to use it for smoky eyes all the time. Whoops. Sorry about that. So also in here I have a couple of Avon shadows. These are super, super old. This one is in Sunset Sky. And you can see it's really, really used. But, like, seriously, these were some of my very first eyeshadows. This one has still kind of a dome on it, which is what this one's supposed to have, but this one is flat. But it's still been fairly used, but like, look, no pigment. This was before I really found out what pigment was. This is a single eyeshadow. I keep hitting this camera. This is a single eyeshadow by Josie Moran called Maple, and I find it to be a really good transition color. Let me grab this guy off there. A really good transition color, but I've only used it like once. It does have some pretty great pigment, but I've only used it one time. You know, it's really sad, but because I'm kind of a shadow hoarder, well, I guess a palette hoarder, I forget about these single eyeshadows all the time, and I love them. I maybe need to put them into like a makeup basket Monday or something, just so that I remember to use them. So the next thing I have in here are some Colourpop Shock Shadows, and the Super Shock Shadows. This one's color is Truth, and it is a really pretty, just like taupey color. You have to be careful with these, because if you don't get them closed completely, they start to dry out. And that guy's kind of moving around in the pan, so I think maybe didn't get closed tightly once, and he's starting to dry out. This one's color is Millionaire, and it looks like this. And this is actually a really, really pretty color. Then we have Porter. And Porter looks like this, and it is a really pretty, like, brick red color. Then we have this one, which is Valley Girl, and it's just a really pretty shimmery white color that I used quite often I used to use quite often in my brow bone highlight, as my brow bone highlight. This one is the color So Quiche, and it is, actually, it was one of my very favorites. And did you see that different coloring in there? It's very duochromy. It's kind of like a lavender brown, like a lavender taupe. Really, really pretty. This one is Lala, and it is really kind of a coppery color. This one is called Envy, and it is a black with purple glitters. This one is, let's see if my camera will focus, Mittens, and it is probably my least favorite of all the colors that I have in these. It is a really, like, dark brick red. It's almost brown. But because it's not quite red, not quite brown, I have a really hard time with it. This one is called Cricket, and it is, whoops, kind of a lavender glitter. It's really pretty too. And then this one I bought because its name is Donna, and that's my name. And it is green. It's a really pretty, like, forest green color. It's really pretty. It's got a lot of sheen to it. Those are my Colourpop colors. This is a Vincent Longo in Honey Dream, and I believe this came to me in my eBay purchases, but it's actually I believe it was like a BoxyCharm color. Sorry guys, wiping that off. It is a really beautiful shade. I just never ever use it. I don't know why. I really should. It is a pretty color. Alright, so next I have my Bare Minerals colors. So besides the Avon ones over here, these are really the first eyeshadows I bought, and somebody really should have taught me how to use them before I purchased them, because they're really like a loose, they're not a pressed shadow. They're loose, and you kind of have to treat them like pigments, and I didn't really know that when I first purchased them. So literally these things are so old, but hardly used at all. So this one's color is Fashionista, and it's kind of like a red-brown color. This one's color is Treasure Island, and it is kind of a green gold, kind of like an olive color. They're really pretty. They're just, I didn't know how to use them when I first got them. This one is called, let me see if that'll, Peach Puff, and it is like what it says. It is the color of peach. And they really are very pretty, but you really do know, you need to know how to use them. So that's what that one looks like. The pigment is amazing on these things. I just didn't know how to use them. Now I do, and I just forget about this drawer. And it's so sad. It's so sad. So this one's name, oops. This one's called 1990s. And it actually came in a smoky eye kit with a brush and another couple colors, and it is a really pretty shimmery, like deep purple color. I think of all of them that I have, this one is the one that I've used the most. And I store all these guys upside down just so that I can see the color, which is funny because, like I said, I have a hard time remembering that these are in here. So this one is called Pacific Heights, and it is another one of the colors that came in that smoky kit, and it is like a really light lavender color. This one is called Soft Focus Explore. If I remember right, it's kind of, yep, it's the brown. These are really nice colors. Focus. Really nice colors. And very, very, very pigmented. This one is called Aztec Gold. Sorry about my camera, guys. This one's called Aztec Gold. And it is really gold. You see that shimmer? Look. Ooh, look at how gold that is. That is insane. And it's all like shimmery in there. It reminds me of gold foil for like crafting. And this one, the last one of the Bare Minerals, is called Vanilla Sugar, and it is just kind of a peachy color itself. So it's a much, in my opinion, a much less orange peach than this one here. So then I've also got this Stila Metallic Navy Magnificent Metals. I don't really like this. It is like a navy blue, and I think it was in my Products That Fail Me video. But, ooh, it's just a mess. It's messy. It's just a mess. And I have this guy, which is just my Ulta Beauty. This was a little sample guy that came in, and while it's definitely a palette. I don't really reach for it, so, and it's too small to go on out there with my palette collection, so I just leave it in here. And this guy is actually one of my pride and joy guys. NARS Andy Warhol eyeshadow palette. And this is kind of something I've never used. I never plan on using. I love it. It is beautiful. It says NARS Andy Warhol on it. And when you open it up, it says, you need to let the little things that would ordinarily bore you suddenly thrill you. Andy Warhol. And this is a replica of one of his paintings. So it does have some, you know, blue in there and like some lavender colors and white and black. And I don't really want to ruin it. So I don't use it. But yeah, that is my Andy Warhol Flowers 2 palette. So you guys, that is my eyeshadow, my single eyeshadow drawer collection. I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back with ya. Hi, welcome back to my face. Sorry about that. I have a lot of natural light coming into this room right now, if you can't tell by the different rays of sunshine all over my face. So I had to move the camera around a little bit. So that was my single eyeshadow collection. I do plan on doing a palette collection sometime soon. Let me know what you think about my single eyeshadows, and I definitely will be decluttering a couple of them going through this with you guys. Made me realize that I mean, especially those Avon ones, those definitely need to go. So let me know what you think about my eyeshadow collection. Let me know which of those eyeshadows you've tried, which ones you love. Let me know what you think of the video. I will see you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe the video if you're into this kind of thing. Or if you just want to spend a little time with me on a daily basis. I do upload daily. And thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you guys later. Oh hey, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.